Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul for my pickups for horror DVDs and Blu-rays for the month of March. March has been a really weird month, of course. You know how weather's been. It's been nice, it's been shitty, it's been nice again. Now it's going to get shitty again. But the good thing about March is what we find and what gets released on physical media is what we're after. So yeah, so let's get on with the my haul. Again, these are all horror movies, some sci-fi, but they got horror elements. DVD, Blu-ray, and I think I have like a 4K. So yeah, let's get in with it. First off, we have a Christmas horror anthology put out by who did I put this out? Scream Team Releasing, and that is 13 Sleighs Till Xmas. The director was P.J. Starks. He did the Volumes of Blood movies, so he wanted to do a Christmas one. It's a ton of shorts about a bunch of guys in a bar trying to tell a scary story, and the wraparound is with the guys in the bar. It was actually pretty neat. A lot of the stories were short, some were very quick, and some were really good, some were kind of, but that's how it is. Usually anthologies is sometimes you get a great stories all throughout, sometimes you get a couple here and there, so everyone's all different. But I did watch this in March, but it was fun. I definitely had a good time with this anthology. Definitely recommend it if you like Christmas horror films. A must own. Next, I picked up pretty cheap from Asylum, you know how they are, is Age of Tomorrow. This one kind of reminded me of like Deep Impact meets Armageddon meets an alien invasion film, because they have to go destroy this asteroid coming to Earth, but this asteroid is actually an alien ship coming towards them. Some get beamed up onto another world and they gotta fight. It looks pretty cool, so if anybody's seen Age of Tomorrow, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. We got an upgrade. Blood Sisters. I had the Shriek Show DVD. The only reason why I had it was for the Joe Bob commentary. And if you're wondering, this does have the Joe Bob Briggs audio commentary on it. So if you're thinking about upgrading it, you like that Joe Bob thing going on, you get on this as well. So yeah, the movie's not the greatest, but that Joe Bob, yeah. Next we have is an anime series called Blue Gender. Yeah, Blue Gender. It's kind of like Mechs meets Starship Troopers meets with giant bugs. So they got all these giant bugs. There's giant mechs fighting them. When I saw the trailer, I'm like, ooh. So I found a good copy on Amazon, and of course picked up. I gotta watch it. Big anime fan, so especially if it's the gory, can't wait to give that one a watch. If anybody's seen Blue Gender, let me know down below. Scream Factory I did not own. The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Don't know much about it. It was cheap on Amazon, so I decided to scoop it up because you never know. With Scream Factory, they go out of print fast, and of course they skyrocket. So why not? I don't know if it's going out of print, but be forewarned. You never know with that shit. Castle Freak. This is the new retelling of Castle Freak, and from the original was from Full Moon, which was actually really cool. And I gotta get this one to watch. I've heard mixed reviews on it. If anybody's seen Castle Freak, the new one, let me know. I like the original one. The original was pretty cool. Documentary. We have Cormans World, one I did not own, for Roger Corman. It's got some extended interviews, special message to Roger. So it's like a documentary based on Roger Corman. You know, all his weird goodies that he's always released. A lot of weird sci-fi horror films and everything. So why not? I did not own that documentary. Warner Brothers had their last sale. It was the 4 for $44. So you get 4 titles for $44, so pretty much $11 each. And it's their last one. So I figured, well, let's scan the site, see if we can find some goodies there. I did. I even found a non-horror, so I can actually make it into a total of 4 movies. But I ended up finding 8, so so I got them for $88. But 8 movies for $88, that's a fucking good deal. So one of the ones I got was The Curse of Frankenstein. This is a 2-disc special edition, so gotta get it with the style of Peter Cushing and everybody. So yeah, gotta love the old classics. I think it's an old Hammer one, so had to grab Hammer. Next up, from Vinegar Syndrome. Got a bunch of their Vinegar Syndromes, but I found this in the wild. The Curious Dr Hump. Just the name alone just sounds weird. And I did a little research on this movie. It is one of those weird-ass films. This is actually put out by AGFA and Something Weird. So yeah, it is going to be weird. If anybody's actually seen this movie, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. So the Curious Dr Hump. Probably does a lot of humping. Next up we have another 4 for $44 from Warner site. Is the Cyclops. Another one I did not own. Pretty much I think archaeologists trying to find a husband, and they find a world with giant bugs, and of course a giant Cyclops. So yeah, had to grab that one. Some of the old school, I think that's 50s. So love that kind of stuff. Next up, which I did not own. This is from, let's see, Bandon Street. Who released this Blu-ray? I know the DVD was kind of hard to find, and they put a special limited out on Blue, but now on their website you can get these. They had all 3 of their titles, which of course I snagged, and the one was A Dark and Stormy Night. I've been hearing really good things about this one. I thought about picking up at one time, but I never did. But now they have their Blu-ray of this, and I got the other 2 ones. One's an upgrade, which you'll see down the road. But yeah, I'd like to check this movie out sometime soon. From Vinegar Syndrome. No, this is from Severin. This is actually one of the 4Ks. I don't own a 4K TV. I don't own a 4K player. But if it has the Blu-ray in it, I'll get it for now. So when I do eventually upgrade, I have it both. But I got the Day of the Beast. One of the ones I heard it's a really cool flick. The problems with these Severins, I'm not going to take it all the way out of the slip, because it's a pain in the ass to get back in. So Day of the Beast on 4K and Blu-ray, sure, why not? So you never know down the road. Once I do get a 4K TV, I'm set. Next up, found on Best Buy, called Don't Tell a Soul. It's got Rainn Wilson in it. He's like a security guard chasing these 2 kids. He falls down a well, and one kid's kind of like the bad kid. He's telling the other kid, don't call the cops, don't do this, don't do that. And the other kid's trying to get a conscience. But the other kid's like, I'll kick your ass and do other things. So yeah, I saw the trailer. It looked pretty cool. Like a cool, maybe thriller type film. So yeah, if anybody's seen Don't Tell a Soul, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Next up, we have, I actually got this for free with store credit. A Criterion for free. I finally grabbed the Eraserhead. Never had it. I know that's bad of me, but usually at Barnes & Noble, they're expensive as hell. But I was at Soundgarden, and they're like $24. And I was just, putting it off. Now I had a ton of store credit. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm buying the Criterion of Eraserhead. Great story. Pretty fucking weird. Next up, we have a side grade with Event Horizon. Awesome flick, hell in outer space with a spaceship. I already had it on Blu-ray, but decided, I'll double dip. I really like Event Horizon, so it's worth the double dipping. Yes, it is. Upgrade. I had this on VHS. Then I had it on DVD. I had this on VHS when I bought it as a blind buy. And it just looked interesting. Loved it. And that, of course, is The Fear. There's the original artwork. That was the VHS cover and the DVD cover. Morty is this wooden mannequin who pretty much makes your fears develop. They get more, they drive you crazy and they kill you. Well, this one, it's a bunch of college teacher bringing a bunch of students to this, where his uncle lived, to do his research on fears. And of course, Morty's there. He's familiar with Morty because he's had as a kid. Everyone tells Morty their fears, and later on we find out people are getting killed off one at a time based on their fears. Really cool flick. I highly recommend it. I had a good time with it. There is a sequel. Unfortunately, it's only on DVD, called Fear 2 Halloween Night. It does have Morty in it, which I thought was pretty good. Next up, we have the third installment of the Fear Footage 3 a.m. Found footage. This one's about a gentleman who has like his own YouTube channel, who goes out to explore, you know, haunted houses and destroyed buildings and everything. So he found out about the first two movies and figured, well, is this real or not? So of course he goes to the area and he's now missing. So yeah, Fear Footage, if you're familiar with these movies, they're pretty cool. The third one is, I think, the final installment of the Fear Footage movies. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay. Another upgrade. I had this on DVD. Had the old Anchor Bay. Figured we'll get Fear No Evil, the Scream Factory. Cool Satan or, I don't know, like Omen type style movie. Alright. Another one of the 4 for 44. We have the Fearless Vampire Killers from Warner Brothers. It's like a horror comedy. So yeah, never seen it. Figured, why not? And of course we have is Feast. I had this on the triple pack with 1, 2, and 3. Figured, you know what? Might as well grab the Blu-ray now because you never know. This could go out of print. Then they do the other 2 movies. And then, of course, you're stuck with trying to find the other 2. It's a cool creature feature. I enjoyed these movies. The second and the third one are kind of rough, but the first one's actually a lot of fun. I did get from Massacre Video. I'm going to show it, but hopefully I get a replacement for Fetus. My case came in pretty much destroyed here. As you can see, it's all cracked and everything. The artwork kind of got ruined up in here, so I contacted Massacre Video, and they're supposed to be sending me a new one. I hope so, because the movie's awesome. I actually have the old DVD itself. This has the soundtrack and everything. So Fetus, hopefully I'll get that replaced. I'll be excited when it does. And next we have is a box set. The Forgotten Gialli, Volume 3. Of course, I can get them out. I know it's been unboxings, and I dropped the top. Just killing time. Ta-da! We have Murder Mansion, which I don't think I've ever seen any of these. We have Autopsy. And last but not least in the box set, we have Crazy Desires of a Murderer. So if anybody's seen these Jollies, I'd like to hear your thoughts on these. This is the third volume that Vinegar Syndrome has put out. So yeah, they actually make a picture on the side here. We can line them all up. So yeah, more Forgotten Gialli box sets. It's awesome. Vinegar Syndrome is great with their box sets. Next we have another not anthology, but a anime called Genocide. This is a mechanicized demon that goes around killing people, but for a reason. There's 2 girls, 2 sisters who are linked. They were twins, not twins, they were sisters, separated, but they have kinetic powers. And one girl's in a mech suit type deal trying to find the other girl. And they kind of meld minds together. And now the one girl who's like a feral girl is in the suit and goes around, you know, killing people left and right based that wronged her. It's the 5 episodes. And as you could tell, when the first one was done by someone different, the second was done by someone different, and the rest were all done by different people, trying to wrap it all into one. This is a pretty weird friggin' anime. Gory as hell, too. If you like gory anime, definitely recommend Genocide. Finally adding that to the collection. My friend Sam hooked me up for my birthday. Came a little late, but you know what? I don't care. We have The God Monster of Indian Flats. Another AGFA, something weird release. So yeah, can't wait to check that one out. From, who did this one? Culture Shock. We have the Good Night, God Bless. I guess it's a slasher with a priest as the killer. So there's the other artwork. Can't wait to dive into this one. One I have not seen before. So yeah, so a slasher priest. Alright, cool. But you've seen that, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I got this free at FYE. I don't know if it's any good. That's Greystone Park. I don't know if this is a ghost story or what. Again, I bought a couple used movies and this was free. Alright, I'll take free. If it sucks, well, I just waste some time. That's all. Next up, we have The Hand That Feeds the Dead. This is a full moon release. Klaus Kinski in it. I think this is the... They redid it because I heard there was a rumor that there's something wrong with the disc. So hopefully this is the fixed version. Next up, we have another Vinegar Syndrome. The Hitcher in the Dark. Another one I've never seen before. And if anybody's like to know about it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Anthology of Holidays. Another one I got free for store credit. That was really cheap. I've seen it before. It's actually an okay anthology. A little different, but I do not own it. We have House of Bones. This is a Sci-Fi Channel flick about a bunch of paranormal investigators to go into this house. And it's kind of like a urban legend about this house made out of actually bones. And of course the spirits are fucking with them and everything. And they do find out this house is made out of human bones inside, like in the walls. Actually, it wasn't bad. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. House of Bones. I did the first one. I decided to grab the second one. The second one is a lot better than the first movie. That is House of the Dead Part 2. More video game horror in the mix. This is actually pretty good. It's got Sid Haig in it for a few minutes, but for what it was, it's way better than the first one. The Illustrated Man. Another one of those 4 for $44. I heard this is an anthology, so never knew about it. So if anybody's seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that one. We have is It Waits, another upgrade from a Anchor Bay DVD. So it's a cool little creature feature. From Scream Factory, had a sale last month, I think it was, and everything came in this month. So I finally got Jack's Back, James Spader with Jack the Ripper. So it's one I have not seen before. I figured, yeah, it was cheap. Why not from their sale? Did not own it. And next up we have... Okay. Jungle Trap. Another... I think it's another AGFA release from Vinegar Syndrome. Yep. And Bleeding Skull this time. So AGFA had a mix with something weird and Bleeding Skull. I hear this is a cool, fun slasher, and actually has Run Coyote Run with it too. This is a double feature. Alright, blind buys, you never know. Then I found this at a game store. I already have it on Blu-ray and everything, but I've never seen this edition before. I get a hold of it. Of course, it's the new from King Kong. This is the Jesus, the Peter Jackson Kong, and it opens up. And it's got the booklet in there. It's got pictures. I guess it's from a big box set, and they had this for like $5. I'm like, you know what? I've never seen this edition before. It looks pretty cool. Looks like a cool flip book. And underneath behind here are the discs. Ooh. So yeah, King Kong, Peter Jackson's pretty cool. So yeah, it's got the date for it here. The September 2004 to 2005. So yeah, King Kong, cool flip book. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but for what it was, why not? All right, you know what? I need to take a break. So what I'm gonna do is take a break here, load this up, and I'll get on with part 2 really quick. Something came up I need to take care of really fast. So here comes part 1, and I'll reload part 2. Later, guys. Peace.